Welcome back to 3-Star War Strategy. Your host, Name of the Lord, here with the next war recap. This war actually turned out to be the closest war since I've been here. Um, the war before this, we'd only won by 3 stars, this one by 4, but these guys rolled out some 3-star attacks with their Town Hall 9s. Their Town Hall 10s were pretty decent. Let's show what they did on our bases here. They used the bulk of their attacks. Pretty decent bases on their side. Gonna show you one of them. Talk about it a little bit. My new base got 3-starred, but I was unable to make the revisions I wanted to on it. So already made some of those. Looking forward to testing that out. Few attacks want to show over here, of course. Good job by everybody. All the 10s were 2-starred. All the 9s were 3'd. Only a couple 10s came down. Interesting war because a lot of guys sat for the scrimmage. They went out to the DWA scrimmage, and so we had a bunch of guys out. Pulled a few guys up, a couple alts. Therefore, it made for a little different war. Heavy on the Town Hall 10s. Here's an interesting thing here. We got a few Valks thrown in the mix and going to use an Earthquake. Like how he nipped this wall over here. Could have moved it this way more and nipped this wall instead. Kind of had to pick and choose on that one though. It's hard for me to say that an Earthquake is worth it or not worth it. In this case, it busted this open. You don't have to worry about the jump spell wearing out, but a max jump spell lasts a pretty long time. And when he gets in here a little bit, could have had a second freeze. See how he freezes here? It allows him to get the Town Hall. But if he only uses a jump spell instead of the Earthquake, he could have a freeze right here, right now. That said, really was a 2-star attack. That freeze is not going to allow him to get the 3rd star. So you can't say that the Earthquake was a bad choice. In a 2-star attempt, the Earthquake is useful. Good. It helps with the funneling. It allows you to break the walls and not have to worry about placing the jump in the right spot or at the right time. So there is a place for it. Unfortunately, these golems are still up. You want them out in front tanking. So his troops, especially Valkyries, they get out in front a little too much. That said, it was a very great 2-star attempt and successful. So good job by Dakin. Saturday mornings, my girl wants me to come down, so we're going to get this out the way. Here's a pretty cool base. I want to talk a little bit about this base before we get rolling. New style base for those out there. Sounds like some in the scrimmage are still working on a central queen. The new style is the offset queen. 4 air defenses on the back half with the queen over in this area. I believe the queen should be here. If he puts the queen here, there's a chance she doesn't cross this wall with a kill squad coming from this direction, which then requires a second jump. This wall right here is critical. If that wall is pushed over a little bit, then one jump gets him into this compartment from here. But because this wall is pushed over just a little bit, a kill squad coming from this direction would need 2 jumps to get to a queen placed here. And obviously the queen, you're not going to send your kill squad from this direction. He's got all this HP, high HP units in this area. And once you get that queen, all these things that I'm highlighting here, these are all high HP units. Once you get that queen, your high kill squad, all those troops that you use to get to that kill squad's not going to take out much more of the base than that. And that does not eliminate the good double giant bombs he has. I'm guessing he has a set here. He could have a set here. Could be both. Could be here. I mean, that's what's good about this base. You are left wondering where the doubles are. So queen here did hurt him a little bit because she'll hop over this wall and one jump will get to her then. But this is what an offset queen base looks like. Should be running those out. Like to see a lot of those in the scrimmage when I head over there for that recap. But Amar, gonna wreck this base and we'll go through it. Uses a tank with the giant and just to kind of create the funnel and keep those wizards up just a hair longer because he knows he wants to come in from up here, not really over here, so you don't want to drop your golem that far away. Smart move. Not the highest heroes. Well, 25, 26. Those are pretty high. I'm sorry. Everybody had dragon and 2 loons. Like to see that mixed up. You can see the jump goes down. Gonna get him into these areas. There's a set right there. There, and the queen just hops over that wall. And there's a set right there. So exposes both double giant bombs and the queen hops over that wall. So he's gonna get that queen. All that's left now is to run these hogs through the base with the 2 heals. Shouldn't be too difficult. They're going to meet up with the queen over here on the other side. Very patient on that second heal with no hogs left to drop, but the queen did a lot of work over there. Actually dropped that second heal down here at the bottom. I think he dropped both heals down here at the bottom. So good job by Amar. Well scouted. Well taken care of. Just clean up left. Does not have his queen anymore, but needs the... So he's going to need a few hogs, but has the necessary hogs. And look at all the HP units left for the cleanup. But all in one spot. So good job, buddy. Good base. Few good bases. And some good attacks by them for sure. Alright, let's scroll on down here. A little bit lower hero attack. Like to spread things out. As their bases got a little lower in... down a little lower, they got a little bit worse. As you can see, no offset queen on this base. I do think that affected them a little bit of in the war overall, just because we were able to really clean up down low real easy when they struggled with our lower bases. This jump could have connected into here with it being pushed a little higher. But overall, the goal here is to try to get a couple air defenses with this push. And I believe he does almost get it. When he notices he's not going to, I think he goes ahead and gets his raid going. That jump connecting here would have been very nice. I think that would have pushed the golem into that unit. And would have taken care of that air defense. Regardless, love what he does with his spells here. Very patient. No spell used on the first air defense. It's a lower air defense. Goes ahead and soaks up 2 black air mines with his hound that's coming across. Uses that first rage there to push his troops in, second rage to push his troops across, and then the third rage to finish him off. So first rage pulls him into the air defense, second rage pushes him to the second air defense, third rage pushes him into the final defenses. If your La Lune starts over here and works counterclockwise, you want a rage to push him through the core, but when there's not any defenses in the core because the kill squad takes them, this is how you push your troops across the base. So good job, Mr. Banner. Nothing but cleanup left and plenty of troops for that, so solid. Some people asked if we were being modded, and just so we're clear, FYSB has a basically a policy or a just the way FYSB works is we don't worry about it. We try to keep modders out of the clan as best as possible, but if we are being modded, it's something we don't talk about. It's nothing that we can control. We just do our best to forget the rest. So that's worth noting. I like that policy. I like the idea of not worrying about what the other clan is doing. That's something we cannot control. You got 24 hours to prepare your base, let alone, maybe weeks leading up to it. So you do your best there. That's all you can do with what they're going to roll out on their attacks. Town Hall 8 base, don't get to see that much, but we had a few guys up for this war because of the scrim. So we're going to roll it out. Lure. Have to lure. If you're bringing hogs at Town Hall 8, you do not have the queen to do a no lure. If you're doing hogs, you have to lure at Town Hall 8. Gonna start sprinkling in the hogs over here. If I recall, this guy has heavy spring traps here and here. Based on 2 attacks I saw on this base. And then his bombs are like, I think double giant sets, like up here or something. He's only got 1 double giant set. We'll see where it's at. Either way, just the way he worked this base, kill squad coming in, kind of taking this out, sprinkled the hogs in, but didn't use a heal to take out this section. And then starts rolling them out this way where he's going to use his heals. Sprinkling them in, strategic style. I just love the way he took out this base. Very strategic placement. A good job on the heals. And then the kill squad's been working its way around the outside of the base, doing cleanup. So good job, Spanky. Like good Town Hall 8 action. Don't get to see much of that anymore. So I will keep my eye out for it. Find a way to keep bringing Town Hall 8 attacks to those that desire it. Very good war, everybody. It was a fun one just because we knew that they were bringing out some good stuff. Really enjoyed it. This next war will also be fun as we are short-staffed due to the scrim. Good luck to everybody in the scrim and those here. Have fun. I will be bringing recaps on both of those for sure. Until then, good luck everybody in your attacks, and God bless.